Hi, I'm Dr. Ebony Stone, and this is the Black Woman in the Corner Office. Hello, 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 and welcome to the Black Woman in the Corner Office. I'm your host, Dr. Ebony Stone, and I am delighted to be with you today. So, as is common, or not common, that's not the word I'm looking for, as is customary, we have an amazing guest today. And before I introduce her, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. And if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit subscribe for me. Okay? So, my guest today is awesome. I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all in advance, she wrangles my life in order. So, you might want to have her wrangle your life in order. But she is the founder and CEO of Tax Team Services, which is a full service tax and accounting firm that helps small business owners implement strategies that drive growth and financial freedom. She is passionate about helping small minority owned businesses. Aside from that, though, she's a wife, she's a mother, she's an author, she's a podcast host, she's a coach. She is doing all of the things. And she recently launched Ask Jenni to engage a community of ambitious individuals like yourself on business growth, mindset, and the complexities of womanhood. And she may or may not believe this because I didn't tell her this. She's one of my favorite internet personalities. So, welcome, Jenni.
Thank you. Thank you. I
You
appreciate you for inviting me.
absolutely, absolutely. So, we want to get into all the things that you're doing now.
Yeah,
But before we do that, we want to set the stage.
let's
And
go.
we kind of want to back up and understand Jenni of the past that
Yeah,
got Jenni
yeah.
to current day. So why don't you do us a favor and kind of tell us how you started out, like in the workplace? What did Jenni start out doing?
So I've always been a hustler my entire life. It started back in high school. I was selling, actually, middle school, I was selling Kool-Aid with the sugar packets.
Yes.
Okay. I was that girl. Okay. Because I was like, listen, we're going to use these resources. I need a couple extra dollars.
I
And
love that. Yes.
it's funny. And I tell people, like, if you got that mindset, let's build upon it. And so I've always been that way.
Absolutely. My
But
kids, I remember my kids started a gym shoe cleaning business, and I was like, who's going to hire
kill it,
you to clean their
kill
gym shoes? But
it. Listen,
yeah, so
listen, I
cool.
would be like, yes, let's do it.
All right. So Kool-Aid and sugar.
You know,
You're
t-shirts,
selling
I
in
did
middle school.
parties, I did the whole thing. So that was something. But in my family, you go to college. You go to college, you get a degree, you get a job. And so I tried to do that track. And I ended up going to school on an engineering scholarship.
Okay.
Hated it.
Me
Kill me
too.
out.
I didn't know that.
I'm good at math and science, but it ain't my thing.
Right.
And I ended up switching to journalism with a certification in public relations. I was like, okay,
Hmm.
I love writing. I love, interviewing people, being out there, doing some things. Quickly found out you ain't making no money in it. So I'm like,
Yep.
wait a minute. I'm gonna be selling Kool-Aid again if I do this. I switched. I went
Okay.
into more of a marketing type of background and actually secured an internship with GM. So I'm working with General Motors. I'm working in the philanthropic efforts of Chevy. So I'm doing
Okay.
all of their PR, their marketing. I'm doing all of the things, and I'm ready. Here come the shutdown of all of the auto markets, and 150 people were let go from GM from my department.
Oh, wow. Okay. And I'm assuming you
Lord,
were one of those people.
Lord, if you know what you trying to do you want me to have a job or not? I ended up starting a marketing firm and just kind of
Okay.
giving my proposal out to all of the local businesses. And one of them was a tax firm.
Mm,
And they said, if you want this type of money, you got to learn how to do taxes. And I was like,
okay.
hmm, actually, no, I just want to do your marketing and get more people in. They said, if you get me, I believe it was only like 50 people, maybe 100 people in this tax season will give you this amount of money. I'm 21.
You're like,
I'm
oh,
moving and shaking. I'm on the scene. I said, I'm gonna get you 100 people tomorrow.
okay.
In that year, I ended up doing like a little over 300 people.
Oh, wow.
So that season, I made nearly $100,000
At 21.
at 21. Ding,
Sounds
ding,
good,
ding.
right?
I'm a tax girl now, honey. I don't know what's going on out here. I no
Right.
longer want to do anything else. So in 4 months, I was able to make nearly six figures right off the bat. So of course, me being the Black woman who has to overachieve and gotta prove themselves to themselves, I went back to school, got my
Mm.
MBA in accounting, got some certifications in business turnaround management, started doing all the things. Now I'm a tax expert. Quickly saw that the business model that the business that I was working for wasn't working and it wasn't sustainable. So I opened my own. That was the birth of taxing services. And now we've been in business for over a decade. And it just, what it showed me was you don't know what's for you. You have to stay open, stay available. And my passion has always been in helping Black women, especially, thrive. So,
Mm.
in doing so, it just came out of taxes. I thought it was going to come from the marketing side. I thought it was going to come, for me helping them be seen. But actually, it has come from me helping them save on taxes and grow their own businesses. So it's been a journey.
I can imagine. So let me go back for a minute. You said you went back to school
Yeah.
because being a Black woman, you have to do all the things and prove all of the things.
To
Have you
yourself.
to yourself, right. Oh, no, I know. I just had coffee with somebody this morning, and we were talking about that.
Yeah.
As you think about that,
Yeah.
I know that oftentimes we can kind of put obstacles in our own way, right? In order to
Absolutely.
work in the field that you're in, right? You have to be a CPA, right?
Yeah.
To do the things that you want to do, um, or you have to have that knowledge, you have to
Yeah.
have that expertise. But
Yeah.
sometimes we get in our own way. We were just talking about someone who wanted to go back and get a degree. We couldn't figure out why. They already have a PhD. We couldn't figure out why they were going back. When you think about that, are there obstacles that you can think of in your past um, that you had to overcome to get to this place?
Absolutely. So, number one, I was young. I had an undergrad degree in journalism. It wasn't hard to just be like, no, I'm going to do taxes, right? Um, the field is mostly white men.
Yes, it is.
White men are not looking at this little Black girl with this bubbly personality and a journalism degree to compete with. You're not even competition. But I knew that in order to start to make real money, I was going to have to tap into some of their market.
Mm,
And that was my mindset. I said, okay, I got to grab some of what they got, and this is how I'm going to do it. What I've seen though is that I put that obstacle in front of me. There was never a client that said, I need you to have X, Y, and Z certifications underneath your belt. Never.
yes.
Never. I am just now starting to tap into a lot more people who are making $1 million plus that are looking for, certain things that they need. It's like being represented in front of the IRS, right? That's
Right.
some certifications. You can't just do that. However,
It just don't show up in front of the IRS.
I could have done everything else that I've accomplished in this business without my degrees.
Mm.
Without
Why
it.
why why do you think what do you think it is that causes us as Black women to do that?
That's a good
And
question.
then what was there a turning point that
Mhm.
made you say, "Nope, I'm over this hurdle and I don't need this. I'll get it when I
Absolutely.
need it."
Absolutely. It was a couple things that happened. One, I do think that we are innately embedded with imposter syndrome. I know they just kind of coined that trendy topic,
Yes.
over the last few years, but we've been at it. We grew up with it. It came from historically we were picked last.
Yes.
Historically, we just in the 50s were able to start making money. Period. We couldn't
Yeah.
get a house without our husbands. We couldn't vote. Like that was in our lifetimes. That was in our parents' lifetimes. Like, what
Yeah.
are we talking about? I understand where it comes from, but we have to fight against it. And it comes
Mm.
with some wins. Not even gonna lie. You do need some W's in order
Yeah.
to get past that hurdle.
Yes.
Because you could think all day long that you're the best, but if nobody purchases anything from you, nobody hires you for your services, you can be humbled real quick.
Yes. I have found that entrepreneurship is humbling,
Oh,
and
what?
it's
Kick your butt. Kick your
the
butt,
most
okay?
the most humbling thing you could do is
Yeah.
be an entrepreneur. So if you had to think back to just one thing, was there one thing, um, one point where you were like, okay, yep, I
Yeah.
am
Yeah.
I am this Jenny. I'm gonna go be that Jenny that I want to
I grossed $1 million.
be. Nice.
That's it. Okay.
And you were like,
What you
okay,
go? What? What's up? Put me in
yeah,
any room.
like I
And,
could do
and
this.
that's why I said those that confidence comes from wins. Just like our kids, right? If they're not playing any sports, they just on video games and maybe they got a B plus average, right? They can't go out there and stand up to anybody. They can't go out there and socialize in any group. But you put some sports in there. You put some, some dog in them, as my husband would say,
Yeah.
and you see them being able to show up anywhere. And it's
Yes.
the same concept in adulthood, but our W's are different. Right? It's not a
Mhm.
basketball game. It's not bowling, right?
Mhm.
You got a son, my nephew, they big
Yes.
bowlers. Like
Yes.
it's not that. It is in the wins. So, like for instance, it may not be monetary for everybody. It may be your podcast takes off and is in the top 10
Yes.
in the next 6 months,
Go
manifest.
ahead and speak that, Jenny. Go
Okay,
ahead and speak.
that's a W.
Yes.
That's a win that would allow you to hit up anybody.
Yes.
You'd be like, "You trying to be on my podcast or what?"
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
right now you're like, "If you got time,
Yeah.
maybe sort of please."
Right. Right.
It's going to change. It's going to change. So that was my big shift, and that's when I also got introduced to different circles.
Talk
You're
about that for me
you're
because I
in.
think it is important, especially for, I was getting ready to say, especially for the younger adults listening, but I
Yeah.
think it's important for everybody listening. Talk a
Oh,
little bit about the circles and how that impacts your
oh,
ability to succeed.
oh man. I mean, the amount of people that I've been able to close just because they came from a referral of someone that they know has money or that they know is successful and they say,
Mhm.
"No, that's my girl. That's who handles my stuff."
Yeah.
I could sign them up for anything
Yeah.
without even having a consultation. I've
Yeah.
people pay me through the DMs,
Wow.
thousands of dollars.
Listen, it's so interesting because we were introduced by someone who, because of, I trust her. I'm like,
Yeah.
who handles it? Who handles all of this for you? And she told me, and I was just like, so, like, okay,
And that
works for
happens
me.
on higher and higher levels, the bigger the circles get.
Yeah.
So now, back in high school or even in college, you might want to have a whole bunch of friends. Okay. For me, I want to have a whole bunch of connections. And
mm,
those relationships don't have to be buddy buddies sending each other
yeah.
memes, but it is I'm checking in, I'm following up, a quarterly meeting or a lunch date or something like that. It is me referring people to them and vice versa, but it just changes, it shifts. And also, what I've seen is that the more money you make, the easier it is to make more money.
Mm, yes. So, I'm reminded of what we've all heard growing up. And my dad would say this to me all the time. And their parents said it to them. It puts a new spin on you're judged by the company you keep. You are judged by the company you keep.
Oh,
And
yeah.
once you get, you work yourself through that imposter syndrome.
Yep.
You work yourself through the obstacles that you may have put in front of yourself. And let's face it, sometimes there are obstacles put in front of us,
Oh
but
yeah.
you work yourself through those. You overcome those, and
Mhm.
then you become a part of circles that want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
Everybody in the circle is succeeding, and they wanna see you succeed. And
Yeah.
you said there's a difference between friendships and connections.
Oh yeah.
It is so important for any young adult listening, please,
Please.
if you don't take anything else from this, there's a
Please.
difference between friendships and connections.
Mhm.
Jenny said she wants to have a whole bunch of connections. That's cool. The right ones, of
Not
course.
a whole bunch of friends.
Not a whole bunch of friends. Right, right. And
Yeah.
and I don't understand why people get offended sometimes by that.
I don't know either, but it's real. And the thing is, with your friend, you could call them and tell them you're having a bad day, or key about what's going on with the Diddy trial or so.
Yeah.
Not with your
They
connections.
no.
Let's shift, what our conversation is about. And they can still be friendly.
Yes,
Very friendly with my resources. And I check on them and happy birthday, they babies, and all of the things.
and I can attest to that. Listen, my mind is blown right now just talking to you when you're like, "You got a son that bowls." I'm like, "You remember that?"
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, yes, you
Yeah.
can be friendly without being friends.
Yes.
It's okay.
And it's fine. And it just shifts the type of relationship that you have. But your friends, think about what they are depositing into you.
Mhm.
If every time you talk to them, they venting, if every time you talk to them, it's about gossip, every time you talk to them, you ain't left with not one prayer, one deposit, one nothing, it's time to, and I won't say cut them off, right? Because I'm praying on that because I will cut you off and act like I never knew you.
Me
But
too.
that's not, we got to get better. I'm praying on it.
Yes.
But it does mean you eliminate their access to you. Everybody who has your phone number does not mean they get answer right away. They get an immediate text back. You don't give everybody access to you. And then we
Mhm.
also have families. I'm a mama bear. You're not going to get access to my family. So it's just the mindset shift about being liked
Mm.
and being financially supported. Who's
Yes,
going to buy into whatever you are selling?
yes, yes. It's more
Shifting
important to be respected than liked. You don't have to like me. It's okay.
Sure don't. Sure don't.
It doesn't change who I am or what I know.
Yeah. I've had people that I swore, I'm like, I don't know if you like me that much. I'm taking care of their taxes. And they done bought their whole family. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
I'm going to do my job no matter what.
right, right, right.
But I'm like, I don't think I would take all of my personal life to somebody I don't really care for. But
Yes, yes.
I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And
Nobody
that's
is, and that's
fine. You
okay.
don't have to be liked by everybody to be successful.
Yes, you don't. So tell me, for the women listening that may either be starting out, right? And maybe there's somebody listening, as you were talking about, always being a hustler. I was thinking about my daughter. So maybe you get somebody who's just always been a hustler, or
Yeah.
someone who is saying like, "Hey, it's time for me to make a transition.
Mhm,
I got these ideas. I want to make them come to fruition." What
mhm.
advice do you have for them? What's the one thing that you would say to them?
Number one is don't stop yourself for anything. Start to allow those ideas to manifest. Start to write down and journal the pros and cons and workshop how it's going to work. Like some people come to me and they're like, yeah, I got this big dream or this big goal, or I'm about to start this big business. And I ask them a couple questions. All right, well, how much capital is it going to take for you to get started? They're like, eh?
Mm-mm.
What? Like, can you start today with nothing, or do you need to have a venture capitalist come bring you 100,000? I need you to know that.
Yeah.
I also, if you were to max out your clients in the number of days you worked in a year, what is the max number of money that you can make for the year?
Mm.
Some people realize that if I serviced 8 hours, 12 hours a day, every single day for the rest of this year, I still wouldn't make 100,000. So your goal is to be rich, right? We all want to be rich. And I believe that we deserve it. A
Mhm.
lot of us, we deserve it. And we have to have the mindset to know that we deserve it, right?
Yeah.
But then you got this idea that's you're gonna need 10 of yous. And that doesn't make sense. It's like, yeah, we can scale later.
Yeah.
So is the business model sustainable? Can you make some money on your own real quick?
Right.
Can you make enough
Or
money to value the business at a rate that you could sell it?
yes.
You know,
Or is this something that maybe you can look at from a different angle? Right.
different angle,
There are so many things that can be done. I love that.
different pricing structure,
Yes.
different market.
Yes.
Are you solving rich people problems?
Yes.
Because guess what? Poor people get a refund no
Yep.
matter what. If they pay taxes out their check or not, they get a refund.
Yep.
I don't need that client. I want
Yep.
to solve rich people problems. I want to stop you from owing 20, 40, $50,000
Yes.
so
Yes.
that you see the immediate benefit of our relationship.
Right.
So maybe you're just marketing to the wrong person. Somebody
And that
saying,
happens.
somebody saying largest refund guaranteed for their tax business is going to get the poor person
Yes.
who can't pay you up front, will bark at any fee that you give them, even if it's $20,
Yes.
and will call you 100 times and say where they refund at, knowing the IRS had given 21 days. So
Right.
it's like, who are you marketing to? What's your price point? And what solution are you offering?
Listen, and it's okay to say no
No.
to clients.
Mm.
Um, you
All
know,
money is good money.
you said what? I'm sorry, I
All
missed that.
money
I
is
was
not good money.
It's not. It's not. When I first started coaching, I had difficulty with that. I wanted to help everyone, and I believe everyone needs to be helped.
Yeah.
But I found myself in positions where I was hurting because I was discounting the
Yeah.
things that I had to offer. Now, I will tell you, and I do believe that sometimes God will tell you to do things, right? So
Mhm.
even just like this podcast,
Yeah.
like, just do it. I'm like, okie dokie.
Are
Well,
you
this
sure?
it's not bringing no money in, but
Yeah.
I believe that it will. But so sometimes you got to move in that direction. But I think we have problems sometimes with our own value, right?
Mm.
You recognizing our own value and
Yes.
not saying no when something doesn't suit us. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that that client that you can't service is
Yeah.
a bad person. It just means that you weren't meant to work together. And that's okay. And it
Yes.
doesn't even mean you weren't meant to work together forever. You may
Right.
work together again in the future, but just not right now.
Yeah.
And I think that is perfectly okay.
I
So
would say
go ahead.
a solid 40% of my monthly retainer clients are people I sent proposals to a year, 2 years, 5 years prior to them being able to sign up.
Mhm.
So they've always been interested in the services, but couldn't afford the fee, and they come back when they can. And another thing is, it's very hard in the beginning. In the beginning, you're trying to recoup what you've already put into the business. I remember when I opened up my office, I had to personally guarantee the rent for 5 years. I had to
Yeah.
furnish it. I had to, put computers and printers and everything, and then get it aesthetically pleasing because I ain't about to work anywhere, and I know my clients
Right.
don't come anywhere.
Right.
I did all of that. I put tens of thousands of dollars in.
Right. And then you gotta
So
pay
if
the
I'm
light
sitting with
bill and the
somebody,
gas bill
you
and
know,
the all the things.
so I'm sitting with somebody and I tell them that their fee is $350 and they say I only got 200. I'm gonna take that 200. Give it to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now there are there are boundaries that I'm so sorry that your cat died unexpectedly. The world is coming in on you. This is the price of the service.
Correct.
And it's something that, again, that's another piece of imposter syndrome. Not
Yeah.
charging your worth and your value is
Yeah.
something that comes after so many people have paid your worth and value.
Yes.
That you're like, wait a minute.
Yes. And you like, I saw that same person that told me they couldn't pay their $200. I ran out. I ran into him out of Somerset,
Somerset.
and come on now,
That's on
you
back
just
from
didn't
here.
want to pay
Yes.
the fee.
And,
Yeah.
and so I think that's probably one of the hardest things to overcome, especially in business, is sticking to your price
Yeah.
and being very choosy about who you work with. Because I want to be motivated to help you.
Yes.
I want you to leave me screaming my graces because I have done everything for you. I don't want to just take your money. And
Yeah.
I'm very, very, very selective. And that's something that it took a decade to get to. But people say, you taking on new clients? I said, well, what kind of client?
Yes.
Because do I want to do your baby who just graduated and working, making $30,000 taxes? No, I don't even want them to pay me that much. I want you to get on the consultation with me so I can show them how to do this themselves real quick.
Right.
It's just a
I
little
hear you.
W2, like, let's just do this,
Yeah.
and it's something that has been empowering, and it has kept me excited and motivated to show up the way that I do for my clients. I work so much because I have so many clients that I still care about, not
Mhm.
because I'm overwhelmed or I need to, or my staff can't handle it. No, I just have that many people that I really care about at this
Yeah.
point. And
That's
and that's
amazing.
something that I pray that everybody gets to.
Absolutely amazing. So since we're talking about all of your clients,
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about what you do. We've talked about the tax services. So tell us
Yes.
about that, but then I want to get into your coaching. I want to
Yeah.
get into this podcast. I want to get into Ask Jenni. Tell us about all of that.
So I'm a tax strategist. That's what my bread and butter, that's where I started. Is something that I always come back to. Even all of my monthly retainer clients that we do all of their accounting services and payroll for, I'm still always thinking about the bottom line of taxes. But we're a full service accounting firm, and I've seen that now we're about 85% small business owners.
Mhm.
So only a few individuals left that I don't want to let them go. And they ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So they with me. But in doing that, I started to see trends. I'm working with
Mm.
hundreds of business owners every single year, and I'm starting to figure out what's the best practices. What's the framework, how to do it, when to do it, and how to really structure the organization of your business. And that's why I started the coaching program. And the coaching program is for business owners who have been in business at least 2 years, making at least 50,000 annually, and they are ready to scale and grow. Or they're making so much money and they're like, why I don't feel like it? Where is it
Yes.
going?
Yes.
You
Where is
know,
that money going?
where is it? And allowing us to put the structure in place so that they're investing and saving and being able to pay themselves properly and all of that has been just an incredible experience working hand in hand with those people. Then I got 2 podcasts,
Yeah.
which is crazy. I'd be like, where they get the time? I'm like, I don't know. I'm hanging on by a thread. But
Right.
one of my podcasts is Ask Jenni. And really, it is for all of the business owners aspiring while you're in it and when you're trying to scale. I don't work with as many starter businesses as I would like because you just don't know. If you just have an idea, I have a business coaching consultation that you could just have a pick my brain session with me. And that has been sufficient for the pre-people. However, the podcast, I'm talking about all the things. How to get prepared, how to get your mind right, how
Yep.
to financially get started. And then I have a podcast with my husband called Finding Love, where we're talking about just how dope marriage is and really trying to bring back the focus of family, especially Black family. The wealthiest people in the world are married. Okay. And it's something that in order for us to build generational wealth, we got to focus on. You can't do this thing alone. And it was something we just were feeling like it was just moving too far away from the
Mm.
idea that marriage is dope.
It is. And I was just thinking, Jenny, um I'm watching relationships
Mhm.
start to last, right? We went through this period, I feel like, in the Black community where it was very easy to just end a relationship.
Isn't it?
And sometimes they have to, right?
And it's
Sometimes relationships,
acceptable.
yeah,
It's like, oh, okay.
yeah. Sometimes they have to end.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I think that we lost sight of the fact that marriage is there is romantic love, but it's
Mhm.
also a partnership.
Yeah,
It is 100% a business relationship.
yeah,
Whether you own a business or not, it's 100% a business relationship. So I
yeah,
love that you and your husband are exploring that,
yeah.
because it just it's important.
It really is. And the feedback from that community is so I'm so full from it. It was, of course, I'm thinking of monetizing anything.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing come across my I'd be like, I'm taking my kids to school. I'm like, how can I monetize this?
Right.
So, of course, that's something, but I've been so full from helping people and talking to people and helping them work through conflict and giving them advice and all of that, that I'm like, okay, this is something. And the intimacy that comes from the conversations that I have with my husband is something that's next level too. Like we
Yeah.
were, you don't talk like that. You don't have
Yes.
those deep conversations sometimes, and it's forcing us. So it's been incredible.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love to watch it. Listen, you guys, I love. I said it in the beginning. I'm gonna say it again. Jenny is one of my favorite internet personalities. Right? It's so authentic when I watch you online. Right? I hear you, Jenny. I ain't got there yet, but I hear you when you say never miss a Monday. But I'm missing
Never.
Mondays. But I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get
But
there
you
with
start
you.
over. You start
Yeah.
over again. That's
Yes.
the beauty of it. Every single day is a new opportunity to be a better you.
Yes.
Like I fall
Absolutely.
short as a mother, a wife, a business owner all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't stay there.
Yes. You gotta start over. You gotta pick
Start
yourself
over.
up. Yes,
Yeah.
love it. So tell as we wrap up, I got my mother would have a fit if she heard me say that. I've got two more questions for
Okay.
you. And the first is tell our listeners and those watching where they can find you, and we'll make sure to put it all in the show notes. But where can they find Jenny? And then I got one last question before we leave out of
Okay. Jenni L. Hendrix on everything. All social platforms. You can go to my website, jennilhendrix.com. Of course, you can go to taxteamservices.com for any specialized tax and accounting questions.
here. I love it. Okay, so here's my question that I've been asking everybody this season. So I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Let's say someone approaches you and they say, "We're going to make a movie of Jenny's life."
Ooh.
What would be the name of that movie? And if you know, who would play
That's good. Okay. Let's think about this one. Dang, why I ain't get to these questions before? So, uh, the title would be something along the lines of like roller coaster, rise and fall, rise again, something like that, because I've been
Okay.
through it all. We
Okay.
didn't even touch the surface of all of what's happened in my life. But it might even be like triumphant Black woman. Look at this Black
Hmm.
woman rise. Okay.
Triumphant Black Woman.
Yes. And then, I need somebody that be acting on their knuckles. I need like a Viola Davis type of person who can
Yes,
cry, be strong, be all the things,
yes,
it would have to be somebody
yes.
good. And I'm like, dang, where the light skins? The light skins, I don't know if we got anybody, but I'm gonna be brown skinned in this
Okay,
this
I love
movie.
it. I love it. So I'm gonna call your movie "Triumphant Black Woman." Never miss a Monday, because that always when I think about you, that's always what I think of.
Okay.
And so I love it. Right? We'll see. We'll see. Maybe one day there will
Uh,
be a movie made on your life. I would love it. I'll be like, I know her. People would be like, no, you don't. I'm like, I did know Jenny. So
Run the tape back.
right,
Like
right.
this was my podcast before I blew up.
Yes, yes. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for
Yes.
being here with us today. Thank you for sharing all of the knowledge that you share, all of the tidbits that you share, and just being you. Like I love the authenticity. And
Thank
what I'm
you.
taking from this, I'm taking so many gems from this, but I want to leave with everyone is you can always start over.
Every day.
Work on your connections. You can have a few friends and lots of connections. Work on your circles, and that everybody does not deserve full access to you all of the time,
Mm-mm.
right?
No.
And so until next time, you guys keep spreading that black girl magic on everything you do. And I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.